So we're in the woods about an hour north of Houston, and so we're here because we're checking in on an experiment which is related to the range limits of different species of grasses that cover a lot of the eastern US, but then have range limits in the middle of Texas.
We literally spend a lot of our time, I don't want to say in real time watching grass grow, but we go back to these experiments year after year, and we can track how individuals change. So we actually are watching grass grow.
We're studying the fungal endophytes which live inside of grasses, and so this is sort of part of the microbiome of these grasses. And it is generally thought to be a beneficial interaction where the fungus and the grass help each other to grow and can provide benefits under, drought conditions for the grass. And so that we're testing, does that fungus help the grass grow in sort of drier environments out towards its range edge?
So if you look at this grass, you might see one plant, but it's not just one species. There's actually another species that lives inside this plant, and it's a symbiont. So in the same way that we have microbes that live in our gut, plants have microbes, bacteria, and fungi that live in or on them. And so we're trying to understand what is the role of those microbial associations in these large-scale geographic patterns. And the reason why there might be a role is because these symbiotic partners often protect their host plants against drought. And we think that drought is one of the big drivers of why species are where they are. There are some plant species that are really good at tolerating drought and others that are not. So we want to know if these fungal associations might change where plants can live by buffering their hosts against the negative effects of drought.
The sites span from basically Sonora, Texas, past San Antonio, and then all the way to Lafayette, Louisiana. And so we're kind of in the middle or to the western end of things here.
It gets to the question of why are things where they are, why are they not where they're not? So there are many reasons to care about that question, and one is you're just interested in the world around us, right? So why are, Texas bluebonnets found in Texas and not found in Minnesota? There's other reasons that you might be interested from an applied perspective. So if you think about where are certain mosquito species going to be distributed, right? So that's an important question because we want to know, well, where might we have greater or lesser disease risk? So there are many angles on which you can sort of view this range limits question, whether it's because we want to manage an emerging pest, manage an emerging disease, or just because we want to better understand the fundamentals of the natural world. They're all kind of the same question. And with this understanding of why are these range limits occurring where they do, that again helps us make predictions about what the world is going to look like in the future as our climate is changing.